Welcome back to Movie Chat. I'm Steve, and I'm doing a bit of spring cleaning. I know it's not like me, and I'm not looking forward to this one. So, on the last video, I opened the Halo Reach statue, and I thought, very dusty, give it a good clean before I put it away. Then I'd noticed how dusty, now it's getting sunny again outside, everything's looking. So I think it's time I give everything a good dust. So what I'm going to do is that while I go through each cabinet, each bookcase, I'll show you what's on the bookcases on different videos. And yeah, you get to see the whole collection, a couple of items at a time. So I'm going to start with the Blu-ray bookcase. A, because it's movie based, and B, it's the smallest bookcase to start off with. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that now, and I'll get all the Blu-rays together and we'll go through them, and then I'll put them all back. So just to give you a scope of the task so far, I've put them in piles as they come off the shelves, so we know which ones go with what when I go to put them back. And there's still two more to clear. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you might think I'm a little bit higher up this because I'm resting the camera on one of the stacks of Blu-rays while I start showing you these. So the first shelf is goes like this. So these are films that I've watched recently and done reviews on, so they're on the top shelf, so I don't do them again. Start off Pacific Rim and Pacific Rim Uprising. Now, I love these films. The first and second one, well, the first one is brilliant. The second one's not as good as the first one because it's sort of like more Hollywood sort of done. I've got Passengers, again, great film. Christopher Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. I've got RoboCop. Now, I have seen the RoboCop trilogy in a single case, so I'm thinking I might go and buy that one and trade this one in. Let me know what you think on that one. Dread, awesome film. Definitely go and watch it, especially if you've got the 3D version of it, because it is definitely designed for 3D. I've got Green Lantern and Judge Dredd. Okay, so I'll put that one next to Dredd and I'll put Green Lantern there. One of my favourite films of all time, Starship Troopers. Can't go wrong with a bit of Starship Troopers. Howard the Duck, again, great underestimated film. Go and watch it. It's not to your modern day Marvel standards, but it's definitely worth a watch. Then we've got Double Impact, Jean-Claude Van Damme. And another awesome film, Reign of Fire. Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale are brilliant in this. It's a great story about dragons and futuristic times and stuff like that, where you've gone back to like having no technology in a sense because the dragons have killed it all. It's definitely worth a watching on that one. Okay, now we're on to the second shelf down. So what I've got in store for you now, I've got Braveheart. Now, it's a long film. It's not very historically correct, but it's absolutely brilliant. You know, one of Mel Gibson's best performances, in my opinion. And yeah, I love this film. You know, I keep buying this on DVD and trading it in. So when I saw it on Blu-ray, I thought I'm going to keep it this time. Hardcore Henry. Wow. If you like your first person like view movies, this is the one for you. Okay, it's like a computer game type scenario, but it's awesome. It's a really great film. Don't watch it if you get travel sick. Now I've spoken about these two films on the streams, The Raid and Raid 2. Okay, now I love me martial arts films, and I think The Raid, the first one, is absolutely brilliant. The second one is not as good, but the first one's awesome. So go and give that one a try. Kingdom of Heaven with Orlando Bloom and Liam Neeson. Again, it's a great film, great long-winded film, but good action, good storyline, well structured. Lucy, I haven't seen this one yet. I definitely need to watch this one and do a review on it, but I haven't seen it. Malcolm X, it's another one I'm going to say I've never seen, you know, but I watched American History X, not Malcolm X, American History X. I still haven't seen this film. That's why I was getting myself confused. I've not seen this one. This one I need to watch as well. I picked this one up the other day, 12 Monkeys. Now, I love this. I love Bruce Willis in it. Great film. Again, one I've owned several times on DVD, but one I keep trading in, but I've got to keep it on Blu-ray now. So watch out for a review on this one quite soon. Day of the Triffids. Now, I like my old 60s sci-fi. This is no different. Can't wait to give this one a go on Blu-ray. See what they've done with the picture quality. Do I need to say anything else? And I watched this one as a kid and I loved it. And yeah, and I can't wait to try it again on Blu-ray. And I need to go and buy the other 4 films. It's a Toxic Avenger. You know, this one and Robot Jocks and Turtles and stuff like that were films that I watched growing up, and I went back and watched time and time again. And I can't wait to give this one another go. Okay, so shelf number 3. Now, there we go. So we've got Gran Torino, great film. Total Recall, The Running Man. Can't go wrong with those 3 films right there. Okay, that's a perfect afternoon of movie watching for me. Birdman, I've never seen this, you know, and I keep meaning to watch it. And every time I go and grab a film, my hand touches it, but I never pick it up and put it in the player. I'm not going to get rid of it though until I watch it. So I'm going to watch it and do a review, and then I'll decide on that review if I'm going to keep it or not. So let me know what you think of Birdman. I've heard some great things about it though. It's not a musical. Stop telling me it is. It's not. You're just trying to wind me up. Great film. Another great film. Glory. Now, this is on Netflix at the moment, so if you've not got a copy of it, go and watch it on Netflix. Tom Hanks, Green Mile. I think this is a given for any DVD Blu-ray collection. Everyone's got to have a copy of that on the shelves. The Last Boy Scout. We were talking about films that we watched growing up and when you're in your early teens. This is one of them. You know, how awesome is this film? One of the best computer game based movies out there. That, and I did have Street Fighter, but I got traded in. Yeah, I wasn't going to watch it again. But this one, I'm definitely keeping this one. Watchmen. Now, if you're talking about your long but interesting movies, Watchmen is the way to go. I think the way that they've done this was brilliant. Just a shame we never got a sequel, you know. But then again, did we need a sequel? No, I don't think we do now, thinking about the ending of it. But they could have quite easily done a sequel to this. And again, we were talking about Green Mile being a must in anyone's collection. Pulp Fiction, so is this one. This one's still sealed. I haven't got around to watching this version, this copy, this Blu-ray copy yet. It was probably one of the first Blu-rays I bought. But because I know the film and I love the film, and I just don't want to overwatch it, so I can't wait to see this one when I get around to watching it. Blu-ray, see what they've done, what the difference is between that and the DVD. Shelf number 4. Now we get into some of the geeky stuff. So I've got the 3 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man 1, 2 and 3. Now it did come in a nice little box that sort of, and you can see from the artwork, it is meant to be in like a collector's box. It's just like a cardboard sleeve. I've never been one for the cardboard sleeves, and I know Paul Magpie Movies and AJ and people are like that. Little Steve are screaming dickhead at me down the screen at the moment when I'm saying that, but I don't keep the sliding covers. None of these have got the sliding covers on. I don't keep them. So now I know people do collect them. I do try and put them to one side. Like little Steve wants the one off Life of Pi. So that's going to go down to him in the next shipment. Carrying on, I've got the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. It's just a shame they never finished them with number 3. You know, it set up perfectly for that. And I'm hoping now we get that. We get that type of film. Can't have Transformers without having Transformers, the movies. So this is all the films so far. I know that we've got Rise of the Beasts coming up, and I am looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that one. I just hope it's as good as the trailers, because I'm sort of in two minds about it, because I didn't really like the cartoon, but the trailers look amazing apart from Wheeljack. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So that's all the Transformers movies. I just don't know how we go from the G1 styling from the Bumblebee to what we're seeing in Beast Wars, in Rise of the Beasts. That's my only concern. I have got the Steelbook Transformers movie, 1986 movie, and I will show that later on at the end of the video. The next shelf down is this one. So I've got the Middle Earth collection. So that's all 6 movies, The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, in a nice little thin case. It saves me so much space on my bookcase. It was unbelievable. So I had the three theatrical Lord of the Rings, but I never had any of the Hobbits. So when I saw this box, it was like, this was definitely worth it. So for a tenner, it was worth trading in and upgrading. Man of Steel. Now, I'm not really a big fan of the DC EU stuff, but I really do enjoy Man of Steel. I think they dropped the ball with the rest of it. But yeah, definitely worth watching this one. It's a shame he's not going to do any more. The Batman movies. So this is the 1989 to 1997. So this is Batman through to Batman Forever. And yeah, again, in a nice little single case, not 4 cases. Keep my collection nice and trim. It's a nice little box, that. And I can't wait to get into them and review them for you properly. Deadpool 1 and 2. Again, for any comic nerd, you've got to have these in your collection. And then we go on to the X-Men. Now, you might have seen recently me talking about the X-Men Days of Future Past with the CEX reprinted case and the single case. Now, the reason that all came about is because I did see this box set here. So in that case is the original X-Men 1 to 3. In this case, it's the rebooted X-Men 1 to 3. And then I've got Wolverine and Wolverine Origins in this box. Then I've got Dark Phoenix in that one, followed by the New Mutants. Okay, so that's all the released X-Men movies in one case. Now, what I don't understand is that you've got all these in one box, but then none of the sets I know have Logan. Now, this version of Logan has got the film and special features, and it's also got Logan Noir in there, the black and white version of it. So I'm not trading this one in. This is a keeper for me. And now I've got all the X-Men movies to date in cases. And again, this must have saved me about 5 cases worth of plastic. Now, give us more of those type of box sets. You know, like I say, I've got the Lord of the Rings there, I've got the Batmans there, I've got these. These are what I need to keep my spacing down in my collection. So let me go and put these back on the shelf and then we'll move on. Okay, so the next set that I've got here is the Lethal Weapon movies. Okay, now again, I love this case, but look, Paul from Magpie's got a slimmer case than this one, so he's going to send me that down and it will save me some space. But that's all 4 movies, and I know there's going to be a 5th one, and I do sort of wish I haven't bought this now, knowing that there's going to be a 5th one, but there we go. CEX reprinted flipping covers, Highlander, you know, and I won't mind, but I've paid £6 for this. Okay, and I am in the mindset of, if you're going to print me a bloody cover, give me some money off it. Make the film £3 or £4 or something, but not £6 because it's not an original printed case, you know. Anyway, rant for another day. A must-have again for collectors or a movie buff is Beetlejuice. You know, you've not got a collection unless you've got a copy of Beetlejuice. Venom 1 and 2 together again in a nice little case. Now this one was £10 and it was actually cheaper to buy this one than it was to buy them 2 separately. You know, and I've got both versions of the film in there in a nice neat case, nice artwork on the front, tells you what it is. Hellboy, great comic book movie. I love the first one. I wasn't a big fan of the second one, but the first one was brilliant. Dam Busters, what a movie this is. What a film this is. You know, great one for my collection. The 2 Top Gun movies, Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. You can see a theme here. I like me double bills, you know. Maverick was absolutely brilliant, and the fact that they didn't focus on the love story just makes it even better. In Time, Justin Timberlake is brilliant in this. If you've not seen this one, this is the one where you go to work and you get your pay in time, and when your time runs out, so does your life. Great movie, great movie. Predator, Predator 1, Predator 2, and Predators. I haven't got the Predator. That's one I need to pick up. But yeah, again, 3 movies in a 1 box trilogy box set, saving me space. But I get the love of the films I really enjoy. And Prey as a bootleg, because I can't find a physical copy, and I don't think they're going to release a physical copy until it comes off Disney Plus, which is a waste for me because I don't have Disney Plus. But I one of the few bootlegs I do own, and I am definitely in the camp of, if you do not give me a physical copy of it, a bootleg copy is okay. I wouldn't be buying a bootleg copy of something that's on physical release. I will go and find it. However, the downside to that is that if you're not buying it new, the studios don't get the money anyway, so what difference does it make if you've got a bootleg copy? That's just my view on that long argument. There we go. Okay, next shelf, The Taking of Felon 123. I haven't seen this in ages, so I definitely need to give this one another go. Django Unchained, great film. Yeah, there's not much more I need to say about that. Great fun, really enjoyable film. Valkyrie, wow. I do need to look into how historically correct Valkyrie is. Just on the basis that it says it's based on an incredible true story, you know. And I love me World War II stuff. I love me World War I stuff. I just love war in general, the history behind it and stuff like that. And yeah, I do need to go and check the historical aspect of that again, which means I've got to watch it again. Shh, don't tell Lana. Magpie movies, Paul's favourite movie of all time, Gladiator. Now, I watched this not so long ago, and I really do enjoy this film. I wouldn't say it's my best film of all time or one of my favorite films of all time, but it's up there. It's just a great movie, and it's just one of the ones where you just turn your brain off. You don't have to worry about it. It's not complicated to what's going on. Great movie. Again, another one for movie collectors to have in their collection is Jaws. You know, no movie collection is complete without a version of Jaws. I haven't got one, two, three. Sorry, I've got one, but I haven't got two, three, or four. But Jaws: The Revenge, or Jaws 2, sorry, in CEX is £10. Go figure. I'm not really a big fan of the J.J. Abrams Kelvin verse, but I have got them here. So that's Star Trek Into Darkness and Beyond. I wasn't a big fan of that version of Khan, or the twist that reveals he's Khan. You know, he could have just been a standard bad guy and still have the same storyline without trouncing on Star Trek history. Beyond is just a film that didn't need to be made, to be perfectly honest. I have got the Star Date original 10 movies, so that's the Kirk 1 to 6 and Picard 1 to 4, and then I've got these as well on Blu-ray. That box set's down there, so I'll show you that when I'm dusting that side of the cabinet. If you're talking about films that tug on your emotional heartstrings, it's got to be Captain Phillips. You know, and yeah, but the first time I watched this, it did bring a tear to my eye, because the certain part of the film where you're thinking, he's not getting out of this. He's not getting out of this. And the fact that it's based on the true story and stuff like that of what's actually gone on, you know he gets out of it because it's a true story. But there's still parts of it where you're thinking, he's not. And yeah, it just pulls on your heart a little bit. Definitely one to recommend. Another fell foul of CEX reprinted covers. I must check the cases when I'm in CEX when I'm picking them up, because they've got them that way and I just pick it up. Because they've got them that way and I just pick them up, and I don't see that until I get home. I must really get into inspecting the cases properly. And my first and only Arrow Rollerball. I can't wait to watch this one. I loved this film growing up. I watched it during lockdown on a streaming service, and I fell back in love with it. And when I saw it in HMV, I did sort of and ah about the £15 price tag, but it's only £8.99. You know, on sale, £8.99 for an Arrow release. I can't find the normal DVD Blu-ray release of it, so I had to get the Arrow one. But for £9, I couldn't complain. Don't worry, I know this video is going on for a while. If you've lasted this long, thank you very much. We are nearly there. Sanctum. I couldn't really remember much about Sanctum, but it was £3 for £1, and I was picking something else up, and I had to make up my £3. Great film, awesome movie, spawned 2 really good series in Stargate and Stargate Atlantis, and I wish they finished Stargate Universe. I really did wish they finished that. But from a movie point of view, Kurt Russell in this is brilliant, and it sets the tone superbly. Talking about a film that pulls on your heartstrings, Shawshank Redemption. You know, there's not many films. Well, I wouldn't say there's not many films that make me cry, because I've said this about a few now. But this is awesome. This one definitely makes you cry. That end scene where you see the crash and you see you hear the commentators, and you see the TV stuff. And if you've not seen this now, we've done homework twice on this. one on our channel and one on Carboot Chris's channel. You definitely need to go and watch Senna. Light in the mood, Jane Silent Bob. Can't go wrong. The Untouchables. Great film. Kevin Costner and Sean Connery, Robert De Niro are absolutely brilliant in this film. Andy Garcia is not so bad either. Go one to watch. Turtles. It's got to be Turtles. Forget the other two movies. It's got to be Turtles. Ghost in the Shell. Now, I really did enjoy the anime of Ghost in the Shell. I've watched about 3 or 4 different versions of Ghost in the Shell now. I really do enjoy this though. Scarlett Johansson is brilliant. I think the take that they've took from the anime comics and stuff like that and brought it into the film is absolutely beautiful. Well done. Great, well structured movie. Stand By Me. Now, I like this film. I haven't seen it as much as I wish I have done, but now I've got a copy of it. I need to get Lana to watch this one as well. Heat. Absolutely brilliant movie. You know, one for the collection, one for anyone's collection, and it's got to be in there. And last but not least, for the shelf, it's the Super Mario Brothers. Now, I picked this up for £7 because I bought Rollerball, so it was meant to have been £14, but you got it cheaper when you bought another purchase. So Mike talked me into buying this one. I've told you, Mike's a bad influence. But when he showed me this for £7 when you've bought any other purchase, yeah, I couldn't help but bring that one home. Second to last shelf, I promise you. And I'll skip through these quite quick. Pan's Labyrinth. This is probably the only film I can watch with subtitles. Great movie. Can't wait to see it again. And it's now actually on our homework wheel as well, which is really, really good. Okay. Fury. Great war film. Brad Pitt is absolutely brilliant. John Bethnal's in there, which makes it even better. Shia LaBeouf. It's got a great story. It's been pulled off brilliantly. And it just shows you the life of a tank crew. You know, and what they go through and what it must have been like during the war. Avatar. I'm not going to lie. I bought this because the new film's out now. The new film is tanked, apparently. It's not very good. So I do enjoy Avatar, though. Imitation Game. Brilliant movie. We watched this as homework not so long ago. Great film. Go and enjoy it. There is bits of it which isn't correct, but it's the same as any Hollywood big blockbuster movie, isn't it? But it is a great rendition of a true story. Definitely worth watching. Great film. Great film. Gerard Butler and Jamie Foxx. It's an awesome twist. Great storyline. Definitely worth watching. Another one that can't help but pull on those goddamn heartstrings. You know, I'm going to have them surgically removed. The Bridge Over the River Kwai. You know, Alec Guinness is just brilliant. It's one for anyone's. This and Dam Busters are probably 2 of the crowns of the collection. The Big Lebowski, great film, great. Just turn your brain off. Just laugh all the way through this film. Another one from my childhood. Batteries Not Included, and again, it's just there at the back of your throat. Yeah, definitely. Inception. What more can I need to say about Inception? Spaceballs. You just gotta laugh just at the name Spaceballs. The bit where the comb in the desert and you see the 2 little fellas with the comb out and they're just pushing it. You know, we ain't found shit yet. Awesome. And Robot Jox. You know, Robot Jox is out before Power Rangers or Pacific Rim or anything like that. Big mechs fighting. What more do you need than Robot Jox? It's got clones, big mechs, different countries fighting for different reasons. Yeah, go and get yourself a copy of Robot Jox or find it on a streaming site and give it a try. It is absolutely brilliant movie. Right, I'm down to the last shelf now. Okay, so here we go. The 5 Mission Possible movies. I don't think I've seen all of these, so when I saw the box set for £6 with all 5 in it, I've picked this up. You know, I do like that case. Bad Boys 1 to 3. Again, single case. First 2 films were alright. I wasn't a fan of the latest one, Bad Boys for Life, but I've picked it up and I'm going to rewatch them. The complete Die Hard set. Again, single case. These cases are saving me an absolute goddamn shelf by themselves. Those 8 movies there should have been a whole shelf by itself. The Alien set. Oh, aliens. You know, little Steve sent these up to me because he knew I never had these on Blu-ray. And thanks very much, mate. Much appreciated. You know. And Star Wars. The Star Wars box set. Now, this is the complete saga, and it's not. You know, obviously, it's not got the trilogy, the sequel trilogy in there. It's just got the original 6 films. But yeah, it's an absolute beautiful case. You know, it's got all the special edition, all the special features and stuff like that in it. You know, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. But again, it's the size of the cases for these. If I can get a 4-case movie or an 8-case set, and I can transfer them into it, and I can get some really nice artwork done. If you know anyone that can do that for me, then let me know in the comments, because this is what I'm after. If I can get something that's maybe 2 cases big, something like that one instead of that one, and save me, or I can get more for my collection then. So yeah, that's the collection. Oh, that's that bookcase anyway. You'll probably see more because like I say, I've got these 3 here, for example: Life of Pi, I Am Legend, and The Nightmare Before Christmas. They're going to have to find homes, so they live in the box down here at the moment with some other stuff where I've got to find homes for. You'll probably see more Blu-rays and DVDs dotted around the collection as I'm dusting, so I'll do videos on that. So yeah, well done if you've lasted this long. But thank you for spending time with Movie Chats. Like the video, it helps YouTube push our content out to other people. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. So yeah, thank you very much. I'm Steve. You've been watching Movie Chats. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.